What's that? Yeah. Good evening. Welcome to Queer Jewish Wedding program, and welcome to the end of the second day of the ReJewvination Futures of Jewish Culture Conference and Mini Festival. On behalf of my co-organizers, Professors Andrea Most and Louis Kaplan, who are here in the audience, I'm proud to introduce today's show, the world premiere performance of Queer Jewish Weddings. This is a part of ReJewvination, and we also will host a panel discussion on futures of Jewish music, scheduled tomorrow at 9:30 a.m., I hope you'll wake up, at Robert Gill Theater, which is located at 214 College Street, where we will hopefully have a chance to discuss what you will see today. And please also note that the clock should be turned back today, so we get an extra hour, so don't forget about that. As part of ReJewvination, we also present an art exhibit commissioned by Professor Louis Kaplan entitled Command J, Jewish Laws and Digital Arts, which will run until November 20th in X Space Gallery, and please check it out, it's wonderful. Now, Yiddish language and culture used to be part of everyday life of most Jews at the beginning of the 20th century. Secular Yiddish speakers today are not great in numbers, yet Yiddish music is thriving and changing with the times. While Yiddish music, popularly known as klezmer, has always been played at weddings, today weddings themselves are changing. They became much more diverse. Weddings between Jews of different levels of observance, between Jews and non-Jews, and of course between queer Jews, are not rare anymore. Today's show is the first glimpse into this aspect of future of Jewish music. Today, klezmer music goes to where no klezmer has gone before and imagines the entirely new concept of the wedding, a queer Jewish wedding, produced by world's best musicians and artists. A lot of people stood behind the success of this project. Helen Zuckerman's vision for downtown Jewish culture, her most wonderful Jewish film festival, which rejuvenates the community, our community every spring, inspired us to think outside of the box in production of the musical program for ReJewvination, and her generous support of this event enabled us to make it accessible to all. Thank you, Helen. I thank Dan Rosenberg for coming up with this idea and envisioning the project and actually phoning Frank London to suggest that we do this. I thank Paul Halferty, Lou Macy, Eric Goldstein, Harriet Witchin, Marvin Schiff, Mel Zederbaum, Maxine Hermolin, Dan Heller, Abe Zinger, Laura Badot, Alan Shear, and all other volunteers who contributed so much to this project in numerous ways. I also thank stage manager Jackie Harrison and technical director of JCC Jason Hand for doing everything they could to make this show a success. Above all, I thank our artists for agreeing to create this cutting-edge program in true spirit of ReJewvination. So please turn off your cell phones. Remember, there's no flash. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Adrienne Cooper, Marilyn Lerner, Frank London, Lorin Sklamberg, and Sarah Felder in the world premiere of Queer Jewish Weddings.
From every human being there arises a light that reaches straight to heaven. And when two souls that are destined to be together find each other, their streams of light flow together, and a single brighter light goes forth from their united being. Baal Shem Tov.
A Liedl sing ich jetzt zwar was es am Mechai. Die Melodies naht und die Werte sind ein Neue.
Du hast gesungen oben unser Seides und euch Babes. Und der Tate Fleck gesungen nach dem Kiko Chavez.
Sailor man, don't tell me of the seven seas of yore. Java and Sumatra do not move me anymore.
You say farewell to Finland, further inland than O'Clore. Adios Antilles and so long to Singapore. Having fun in London is like flying on the floor. Isle of Man I managed to avoid like Manticore.
Budapest, I get no rest, and Boston is a bore. A man unique to my mystique in New York I adore. I'm in a man in a hat with a man in a hat with a tan in Manhattan. I'm in a Manhattan man.
Man in a hat with a tan, man in a hat with a tan Manhattan. He man in a Manhattan man.
Chile is so silly that to be there is a chore. Cameroon and Malta cannot melt me to the core.
You show me mirth and Perth and I will show you how to snore. Dublin is too troubling, Peu is lo peor. Sayonara Tokyo, by you I set no store. Place your bet that Berlin gets a 0 after 4.
A destination anywhere, I told you once before. Oh no, 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 I do not deign to go there anymore. I'm in a man in a hat with a tan, man in a hat with a tan Manhattan. I'm in a Manhattan man. I'm in a man in a hat with a tan, man in a hat with a tan Manhattan. I'm in a Manhattan man. Hey! real light ghetto through the hole, your oceans roar. Mansville, your border left me shorn upon the shore. Barcelona, larceny upon your matador. And arson is my wish upon Decatur's one decor. Shouted, chide, and bite, and bally places I deplore. Au revoir, Côte d'Azur, on you I shut the door. Later, Laos, Kathmandu, and Tata, Ecuador. A man so Greek in his physique in New York I adore. I'm in Manhattan with a tan, Manhattan with a tan Manhattan. I'm in Manhattan, I'm in Manhattan with a tan, Manhattan with a tan Manhattan. I'm in Manhattan, I'm in Manhattan with a tan, Manhattan with a tan Manhattan. I'm in Manhattan, I'm in Manhattan with a tan, Manhattan with. He met a Manhattan and he met a Manhattan man.
I always wanted a wedding. I always wanted a big, beautiful, loud, happy wedding with all the symbols of my tradition present. I wanted to acknowledge that I was part of a tradition that extended thousands of years into the past and countless years into the future. I mean, what could I say? I wanted what we all wanted. A big, beautiful, loud, happy, traditional Jewish lesbian wedding. And I don't know how many people sitting here tonight have ever actually had one or been to a same-sex wedding. Can I just get an idea, show of hands? A few people. Okay, good. So, thank you. We'll talk later, okay? Because I really want to hear more about it. Good, some of you do know about it, but for the rest of you, I'll let you know that there are some difficulties involved. I mean, for example, with me, there were some people who actually said to me, look, why do you need to make such a big deal out of this? You know, why do you need to have such a big wedding? Why can't you do a ritual in your living room, invite a few people, be done with it? And to those people, I had to tell them that Deb and I wanted to have a big wedding because we wanted our friends to witness our lifelong commitment to each other. We wanted our families to take our relationship more seriously, and we wanted one of those new cordless drills. My mother also, I have to tell you, she was so disappointed with the whole thing. You see, what happened is I married a musician. And no, I don't want to be cliche about this, but I think she'd always hoped that when I settled down with someone, that it would be with a doctor or a lawyer or, I don't know, a man. And I understand how she felt because when I was little and growing up, I had that same expectation. But then, hey, I adjusted. You know, also, when I was sending out the invitations to the wedding, I realized I was inviting some people who were going to be shocked that I was marrying another woman. These are people who didn't know that I was a lesbian because I haven't seen them in 20 years. People like some long-lost relatives and some of my neighbors who I'd grown up with back in New York, and my father. So to break the news to them gently, in those invitations, I included a special note. And the note said, I have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is I'm going to spend the rest of my life with someone who has about the same earning potential as I do. And the good news is she's Jewish. So the question becomes, In a Jewish lesbian wedding, who gets to break the glass? Now, as you know, there's many reasons for why you break a glass at your wedding, because this is Judaism, and there's many reasons for everything. One reason states that at the moment of your greatest happiness, your greatest joy, namely your wedding, you are obliged to remember the greatest tragedy that has ever befallen the Jewish people. And here, by the way, I am not referring to Bob Dylan's conversion to Christianity or his conversion back to Judaism, but rather to the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. And so by smashing this glass, you are in fact invoking and recalling all the sorrow and sadness there is in the world. Because God forbid there's one day in your whole life when you can just be happy. Usually the man breaks the glass, so Dev and I had to decide which one of us was going to do it. And you know, we've been together a long time, and we have a really good decision-making process. And after talking about it for a while, we finally decided that I would break the glass. And how we decided that was I insisted on doing it. Now, you see, basically, I just put my foot down. Now, you see, I put my foot down. My foot, I put it...
Some relationships are like that.
You do the impossible, and maybe that'll be good enough for me.
You take a bear out of the woods, teach it how to write, and I will stay with you.
Fine. I'll teach a bear to write, and you have 7 children, and remain a virgin.
No problem. I will virginally produce 7 children. You make me a cradle with no wood and no nails.
Fine. You sew 7 little shirts for those 7 little children with no needle or thread.
Fine. You catch all the fish in the sea.
No problem. You fry them up. Fry up 7 of them so they still remain alive.
Then you build me a ladder that reaches to heaven.
You're an idiot.
Enough already. Reise Berg von Wald und lehn ihm euch schreiben. Otter den Smoll, will ich deine bleiben. Otter den Smoll, will ich deine bleiben. Ich will euch nehmen nach Berg von Wald und will ihm aus Elenden schreiben. Nege mir 7 Hemder und Nadeln an Seiten. Nege mir 7 Hemder und Nadeln an Seiten. Der nähen 7 Hemder und Nadeln an Seiten. Mach mir a Wiegele und hat sie angezeigen. Mach mir a Wiegele und hat sie angezeigen. Machen a Wiegele und hat sie angezeigen. Habsche mir euch alle Fisch von Jams, so kann einer nicht bleiben. Habsche mir euch alle Fisch von Jams, so kann einer nicht bleiben. Ich will dir euch haben alle Fisch von Jams, so kann einer nicht bleiben. Mach mir a Lettere, es soll zum Himmel steigen. Mach mir a Lettere, es soll zum Himmel steigen. Diesem Fischlach, sie sollen lebendig bleiben. Mach mir a Lettere, es soll zum Himmel steigen. Mach mir a Lettere, es soll zum Himmel steigen. Ich will dir machen a Lettere, es soll zum Himmel steigen. Du bist ein Narr und ich ein größere, toll mir bei dich schweigen. Du bist ein Narr und ich ein größere, lass mir bei dich schweigen.
This next song, Lorin Sklamberg, tells the story of a student and teacher, both consenting adults, who fall in love through studying together the beautiful Song of Songs. And when the the Klezmatics, mine and Frank's band, started performing this song, we originally performed it with the name of the student being Hanale. We decided that wasn't, have to mess around with everything. So we changed the name of the student to Moishele. And so, as usual, we got some flack for that. One of the people who was rather annoyed or not so happy with it was my mother, who said, well, when the song is about the teacher, falling in love with his student Hanale, it's kind of nice and romantic, but there's something creepy about it being a Moishele. And I said, well, why, if you change the gender of the song, does it Moishele? With it being Moishele, why does the teacher change from seducer to predator? In any case, I certainly identified more with the song after we changed it, but I won't tell you which character I identified with. Bin ich mir a lernerl, knellige laschen koidisch, Kommt zu mir am Moishele, lernen auf in Koidisch. Wie die Sonne nimmt untergehen, kommt schon zu laufen. Tragically loschen Koidisch, wie Moifen naim Oifen. Rosh vertagich Moishele, gelettendig sein Keppel. Was tapuch ist, gib ich ihm ein Äppel. Hey, wir kommen mit Moishele, Shirashir im Sorgen. Heben uns die Herzen an, hastiger zu schlagen. Hey, wir kommen mit Moishele, Shirashir im Sorgen. Heben uns die Herzen an, hastiger zu schlagen. Das Wort hat Klerchim, wie nicht überheben. Komm zu Jescha, kenne zu, kusch ich seine Lippen. Komm zu Tehab, kenne zu, mach ich nicht kein Schiess. Nimm an das Jüngle, halt sich essen Sies. Rette Lacha durch die Eus, komm mit mir mein Schönste. Führ ich ihm in Gärtele, hinter meine Fenster. Liehen dort Blimlach, Rätsen dort Träuben. Und in Luften flattern vogig weiße Zeugen. Frag ich, hast du Kindle, wollst du heut geflogen? Wie die süße Zeibele sind in deine Augen. Sitzen wir im Gärtele lange liebe Stunden, werden Shirashir im Dick, Herze zwei Farben. Ich bin aber ein Melchel, will ihm zu mir pressen, reißen mir die Trauben ab, um mir zu essen. Krähenhändler, murmelt mich schollend. Geht weg das Jüngele, bleib ich wie in Holland. Läufen schnell die Nächtelach, wird der ganze Chöydisch. Und das schöne Moishele kennt schon Laschen Koidisch. a ganze Chodesh und das schöne Meuschele kennt schon loschen Kodesh. Laufen schnell die Nächte lache wird a ganze Chodesh und das schöne Meuschele kennt schon loschen Kodesh. Laufen schnell die Nächte lache wird a ganze Chodesh und das schöne Meuschele kennt schon loschen Kodesh.
I once sang at a beautiful wedding. Two young men who had grown up Orthodox were marrying each other. Before the ceremony, there was a traditional chasen's tish where they delivered portions of Torah interpretation. But under the chuppah, there were only one set of parents. The rabbi tried to comfort the groom, saying that he was surrounded by the loving spirits of ancestors. But she acknowledged that his parents couldn't bring themselves to attend the wedding. And their son wept under his own chuppah. His parents were Holocaust survivors. Later, at the party, the wild Freilich dancing looked for all the world like an Orthodox wedding. All boys together, stripping off their jackets, their white shirts clinging to the sweat on their bodies. And through the door came that boy's parents. They did come to the party.
A Floim. In Kilnovend hat Ballabos von Bäum a reife Floim abgerissen.
In the cool evening, the good provider plucked from off a tree a fully ripened plum.
In einem Mitblatt und eingebissen die
Still with
treue
its
Gläue,
leaf on,
hat von dein
and
Schloss
bit into some of its
schlafferdiger Saft
dewy
getan a
blue
Glas mit
skin.
Kilnschäum. Und du
From there
verschließt in
unlocked the
ganzen
long,
Saft,
slumbering
a trockenes
juice,
Vergießen, hat
came
Kamele
leaping up,
mit
foaming
trockner
and
Kost
cool,
mit Wein.
in order to make use of every single drop of all that juice. Slowly, as one walks bearing a full cup of wine, he brought a double handful of plum to his man and gently raised it to his mouth, whereupon he could lovingly begin.
A Dank.
Thanks, he said,
Von seiner Hand genommen,
to gnaw the plum out of his
Diesen die
hands,
Hand ist ihm
until
verblieben,
those
die
hands
heut
held
das
only
Bein
skin
zu
and pit
zerkleckter
and flecks of
Joy.
overbrimming plum.
Photo op. The photo shoot. First, the lovely couple. Okay, let's lose the plums. Lose the plums, people. Adrienne, can you help us out here? Lorin, I want you just a little closer in. Move closer in. That's good. Frank, look just lovingly over. Think, oh, that's good. The lovely couple and his dog.
Here, Farfel.
And hold it.
Don't slobber on them.
The lovely couple and his cat. His parents. His parents. And Sarah from Brooklyn.
Wait a while while I get a nice hat here. Do I look nice?
You look good.
Thank you.
You look good, darling. She looks nice, doesn't she? Yeah. Give her a little encouragement. Good. Uncle Bernie from Boca. The rabbi. The friends. Oh, Jesus. And finally, the band.
Overtime. Come on. Thanks.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ich schlaf, euch stehst die vor die Augen mir. Gewalt, bis die siehst, siehst wie ein Stück Sicher. Und die willst mich nur gelassen, sie weiß dich ein Stücker. Weil die bist schön in die hast kein, in die eigene Breine Farben, die Bäcker lacht, die Lippe lacht, mehr kennt doch mal mehr Phase starben, neu Gewalt, bis die siehst, wie ein Stück Sicher. Oh, was das soll? Mich beglücken, weil keiner kennt mich nicht wie die. Ein Mittag ist der Quieken, was die sonst nicht hin mit sich. Hast du kein Chasuren, also wie die gefällt mir nicht, wenn mir soll die Welt euch vor. Bei Tag, bei Nacht, eu tracht sich Tate leffen dir, sich schlaf, euch stehst die vor die Augen mir. Gewalt bis die siehst wie ein Stück Ziege. Und die wollt's mich nur gelost, sie weiß ich dich ein Stück. Weil die bist schön in die Hoschen, in die eigene Breine Farben, die Bäcker lacht, die Lippe lacht, mehr kennt doch mal mehr Phase starben, eu Gewalt. Siehst wie ein Stück Ziege. Hey, Tatele, ich spiel das euch. Hey, nein.
Langsam und lichtig, slow and shining. Slow and shining, you bend your forehead to mine, and my blue fire merges with your black fire, and my room fills with summer, and my room fills with night, and I close my bright tear-filled eyes, and I am still in my late summer. Langsam und lichtig hast du dein Stern zugebeugen zu mein Stern. Bist du versunken mit dein schwarzen Pfeil in mein blauen Pfeil, in mein Zimmer ist gewonnen vor Mitsommer, in mein Zimmer ist gewonnen vor Mitternacht, hab ich meine lichtendicke, weinendicke Augen zugemacht, bin ich gefenscht in mein späten Sommer.
This story was told to us from our friend Lori Zimmerman, currently of Madison, Wisconsin, about her wedding. I was dead set against wearing a white wedding dress because I felt that was too assimilationist. In fact, I was also opposed completely to wearing white. We both decided that we would either both wear dresses or we would both wear pants because we wanted to avoid the butch femme thing. We didn't want people thinking, oh, she's the bride and she's the groom. Now, Renee went shopping first, and she quickly decided that she wanted to wear a dress, and the one she found was white. What are you going to do? So then I went shopping, and I realized that I don't want to wear a dress. I don't like dresses. I look stupid in dresses. I never wear dresses. And so I got pants. So she wore a white dress, and I wore black pants with a silver jacket. And you know, it totally suited us.
Renee Bauer, currently of Madison, Wisconsin.
And Lori Zimmerman. Married on April 2nd, 2005. Renee's parents were totally excited.
It's true, they were ecstatic.
My parents were like, oh God, now we have to tell our friends and family.
They didn't want to have to come out to everybody.
Then, when I told them how many people we were inviting, they got that it was a real wedding. And if it's a real wedding, then they're going to have to invite their friends. And if they're going to invite their friends, then it has to be nice. Because it reflected on them. So everything had to be perfect.
The whole thing went overboard.
Okay, so all of my mother's friends come from Cincinnati, and I am so worried that it's going to be too queer a scene for them.
And guess what it turns out? It's too Jewish.
It's too Jewish because, well, first of all, duh, we're both rabbis. I mean, everyone said it was the most traditional wedding they'd been to.
But to me, it was just, well, perfect. Even the rain.
Oh, you know what you should tell them? Tell them about the blessing that you wrote. Renee wrote this blessing for our wedding. It was a blessing about sex. No. Did I mention that all my mother's friends were there from Cincinnati?
In the traditional wedding, there is a blessing about sex. There is. It's a terrible blessing. Totally problematic in several ways. First, it assumes that she is a virgin and that they never had sex. Not these days. And it's about the man having access to the bride. And I thought, whoa, one of the first moments of the wedding ceremony is actually about sex. It may be problematic, but it's about sex. Thank you for giving us chuppah and kiddushin. Why? To have sex. So I wanted us to have our own prayer, blessing our sexual life together. I based it on a couple of traditional prayers about the sanctity of our God-given bodies. Blessed are you, source of life, who created human beings that feel sexual attraction and physical pleasure. We are grateful that we enter this union with healthy bodies, without which we would not be able to experience the fullness of this relationship. Blessed are you, the creator of all flesh and the source of sexual desire. Barucha atya, mekor hachayim, asher bara benot enmosh, hamalgishot meshicha minit, hanaa gufanit. Modot anachnu, כי אנחנו נכנסות לבריצות בריאות בגוף. ברוכה תהיה בוראת כל בשר ומשיכה מינית.
Wer ist was geht auf und mit wer ist
Wer ist sie, was geht auf und mit wer ist sie, wer ist sie?
Weißt du, wie du hast gemacht die Welt und alles Ding? You know how you made the world and everything? And the trees, and the rivers, and this woman that I'm in love with. Well, I know it probably doesn't mean so much coming from me, but I just want you to know I think you did a very good job on the woman. But I was wondering if when you were creating her, if maybe you got a little bit mixed up, like maybe at the beginning you thought you were creating a tree, because she moves so beautifully in the wind, or else maybe you thought you were making an ocean because she is so deep and she is so clear, or else maybe you thought you were making a mountain because she is so solid and she is so steady and she is so hard to budge. Did you have to make her that stubborn, God? But I also want you to know that you got the balance just right. Because not only did you give her a very good heart, but you also gave her a very good mind. And I know in general you don't like giving out guarantees, but I was hoping in my case you would make an exception. And if you would make sure that we never leave each other. And one more thing, God. As long as you're matchmaking, I just want to thank you for blessing this match. Amen.
Kuschen soll mir, kuschen soll mir, damit die Kuschen von sein Ohr.
Let her kiss me soft, let her kiss me sweet, with the kisses of her mouth.
Kuschen soll mir, kuschen soll mir, damit die Kuschen von sein Ohr.
Soll sie mich, wenn die Kuschen von ihrem Ohr.
Wie schön dein Liebschaft, wie schön ist dein Liebschaft, wie schön ist dein Liebschaft, wie besser dein Liebschaft von Wein, wie schön ist dein Liebschaft, wie schön ist dein Liebschaft, wie schön ist dein Liebschaft, wie besser dein Liebschaft von Wein, deine Augen wie Täuben beim Becher von Wasser, der Boden in mich hereingesetzt in Fuhr, Honigsaat triefen in deine Lippen, Honig und Milch ist unter dein Sohn steht dir auf, mein Geliebter, mein schöner Hund, und dir liegt der mein Lungener Häuschen in Fell, steht dir auf, mein Geliebter, mein schöner Hund, und Gott will geben mein Liebschaft zu dir, deine Augen wie Täuben beim Becher von Wasser, der Boden in mich hereingesetzt in Fuhr, Honigsaat triefen in deine Lippen, Honig und Milch ist unter dein Sohn steht dir auf, mein Geliebter, mein schöner Hund, mein Geliebter, mein Geliebter, mein schöner Hund, Gott will es geben, mein Liebschaft zu dir, kuschen soll mich, bei mir die Kuschen von sein Ohr.
Kiss me soft, let her kiss me sweet, with the kisses of her mouth.
Kuschen soll mich, bei mir die Kuschen von sein Ohr.
Kuschen soll sie mich, mit die Kuschen von ihr Mauer. Führende Machetonim, escorting the in-laws home.
Das gegen das.
On the one hand, on the other hand, I always knew I would get married.
I always knew we could do it better.
I wanted to walk down the aisle and stand under the chuppah.
I thought gay people would actually transform marriage.
I always wanted to
Make it better,
be a wife.
not just imitate it.
I wanted a father for my children, and I knew I would never have children if I didn't marry.
I dreamed of something different.
I would live in that little house.
Different than a loving relationship, good public schools,
with the white picket
and a lavender
fence.
picket fence.
I knew that because my parents were so together, I would find my own life partner.
Some of us mate for life, like mallard ducks.
I knew that because my parents' marriage sucked so bad, I could do it better.
Some of us flit from flower to flower,
My
like
father
butterflies.
asked my mother to marry on a first blind date.
Some of us lie lazily alone in the sun, like cats.
So anything is possible.
Not everyone who went into the ark went 2 by 2.
I believe in Bashert, a preordained love match.
Some went 3 by 3.
My Zivig,
Some brought a friend,
a predestined partner.
a grandmother.
A biological clock was ticking like a time bomb.
We want to honor all kinds of relationships.
I would explode if I didn't get
and create
married.
communities where we take care of all the kids.
I knew I wanted
and care for the ill amongst
a
us.
best friend to wake up to.
Neighbors, friends.
And to see.
Don't you see?
And to see before I fell asleep
a
each
best
night.
friend, a lover to wake up to.
Because God did not put me on this earth to be miserable.
And to keep our own culture too. Our music, our marches,
I
our
can't
potlucks.
bear to be lonely.
RuPaul, Bette Midler, brunch.
Because marriage makes you complete.
Remember the old days, BCE?
Oh, because I love to cook for somebody.
Before the coming out of Ellen.
A white picket fence.
I wanted to infiltrate marriage.
Ticking like a time bomb.
Then I might want to get married.
Because I saw my father massage my mother's feet, and I couldn't imagine anything better.
I can't imagine anything better.
I always wanted to get married.
I always wanted to change the world.
Die Mechatonim gehen Kinder, lassen sich freien Schatten und Schatz.
Der Chossen ist gar ein Wien, der spielt ein Lied in dem Chossen sein.
Schwester Fredel, sie dreht sich wie ein Dredel, Schad nach Schad.
Nimmt sie rein in Redel und spielt ein Lied in dem Chossen sein.
Jedem Hossens Vetter, das Beichel glätter, Schad nach Schad.
Das Vetter von allen Vetters spielt ein Lied in dem Chossen sein.
Und geht der Vetter mindig, was haben wir versindig, Schad nach Schad.
Lass dich wie ein Indig, spielt ein Lied in dem Chossen sein. Schat nach Schat, das ist die beste Matrone, spielt da Lieder an dem Chossen sein.
Whoa, jeez.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
1.
Of 7 blessings.
Blessed is the source of life, creator of the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam shakol bara lichvodo.
2. Blessed is the source of life, creator of the universe.
Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam yotzer Adam.
3. Blessed is the source of life, creator of humanity.
Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam asher yetzer et ha'adam b'tzelmo b'tzelem demut tavnito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan ad e'ad. Baruch atah Hashem yetzer ha'adam.
4. Blessed is the source of life, creator of love and passion between woman and woman, man and man, woman and man. You strengthen us to walk with dignity among those who are different from us.
Sos tasis v'tagel hakara b'kibbutz banecha l'tocha b'simcha baruch atah Hashem mezameach Tzion b'ivnoteha.
5. May the dream of Zion inspire us to create life of goodness, a world of compassion, justice, and peace.
שמח תשמח רעים אהובים, כי שמחך יצילך בגן עדן מקדם. ברוך אתה השם, משמח כלה וחלה.
6.
No, it's because I like to practice safe 6. No, it's important.
May the perfect joy of the Garden of Eden envelop these two beloved companions. You sanctify these unique souls united in love.
Well, I'm still practicing safe 6. I never said I had it down yet.
Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam Asher barasasa v'simcha chatan v'chatan Asher barasasa v'simcha chatan v'chatan Gila rina aditza v'chedva Ahva v'achva v'shalom v'reut Gila rina aditza v'chedva Ahva v'achva v'shalom v'reut Merah Hashem Elokeinu Yishama v'yarei Yehuda U'bechutzot Yerushalayim Kol sason v'kol simcha Kol kala v'kol kala Kol metzalot kalot mechubatam U'narim mishtei neginatam Baruch Ata Hashem Mesameach kala v'chala.
7. Blessed is the mystery, creator of joy and gladness, lover and beloved, pleasure and delight, love and harmony, peace and friendship. You abound in blessings, rejoicing with these lovers, united in marriage.
Why we break the glass. We break the glass to remind us of the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem.
Break the glass to remember that even in joy there is sorrow.
The glass reminds us that life is fragile.
The world is still broken and in need of our care.
We break a glass as an expression of hope for a future filled with the love we have found together.
We are forever changed by this ceremony. Like broken glass, we cannot go back to how we were.
We break the glass to scare off demons.
We break a glass as a warning of the fragility of marriage.
A single act can damage a marriage in ways that are very difficult to undo, just as it would be so difficult to undo the breaking of the glass.
Psalm 147, God is the healer of shattered hearts.
It's the shattering of the ego. It's not just about you anymore.
It's about sex. Just claim it. Sex, sex, sex.
It's the point of no return. You'll never be the same again.
When you open yourself up to another person, to the pleasure of love, you are also open to feeling pain and grief.
Some people use light bulbs going for a better...
It's violent. It's a violent gesture. Buck up. You're married now.
We break a glass because that is what our people have done for thousands of years. We're here.
We're queer.
We're married.
Get used to it. We can use our love to make whole that which is fragmented.
Make whole that which is fragmented.
Make whole.
Frag.
And
Ted.
That which is fragmented. And the rabbi took the wine glass and placed it on the ground. And I held Dev's hand. And I felt this link between Dev and me and all the generations of couples who have ever stood under a chuppah and broken a glass. And I put my foot down. And as the glass shattered into a million pieces, everyone in the room said Mazel Tov. I mean, everyone in the room said, I mean everyone in the whole room yelled.
Thank you.
thank you. We want to thank Anna Sternschus, who worked with us throughout this process. Their names are in your program, but everyone on the crew of the university, the wonderful crew of this house, Jason, who did sound and lights amazingly in a single day, our wonderful stage manager, Jacqueline, who helped us throw this together very fast here, and the brilliant Helen Zuckerman, who has spearheaded numbers of projects that nobody else would have brought to you. Thank you, Helen.
And we are so, so happy to be performing this piece in a place where same-sex marriages are legal. So.
One more story? One more story? Okay, all right. No, I'm right with you. Look, so here's what happened. It was during the party, and Dev comes up to me and she says, Sarah, did you notice the rabbi's brother? He's got a black hair, big eyes, great smile. And I said to her, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And together we said, sperm donor. So I said, look, we definitely have to go talk to the rabbi's brother, but for right now, let's do some more dancing.
Got a mosh pit.
Come join us. We're going to bring the lights up. come on down and dance at our celebration.
You're gonna sit?
I'm gonna sit.
He's gonna sit. Oh, baby!
And
I'll dance with you.
Thank you.